Hi guys, it's good to be back on stage again. We're just feeling on cracking stars.
Ozzy?
What?
Good evening, Ozzy.
Hello there.
How are you?
Fine.
Let's ruin our lives.
Getting pissed at high tides, chewing up like cyanide. Please don't revive. Let's ruin our lives. Some pills and acid, nails in my casket. That sounds romantic. Just
ruin our lives.
それじゃあ、ビデオ見てもらいます。寝んなよ。
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Let's Ruin Our Lives podcast. Very happy to be joined today by the dark wave goth band hailing from Bisbee, Arizona, Tanz Der Vampyr. Did I say that right?
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome. How is everybody doing today? Andre, thank you for contacting me and setting this all up. I really appreciate the opportunity to talk with everybody here.
Well, thank you for putting us on this.
Of course, anytime. So I guess we'll just start right into it. So the name comes from the musical Dance of the Vampires, correct? Which was a remake or the adaptation of Roman Polanski's 1967 film Fearless Vampire Killers?
Yeah.
Okay, what inspired choosing that name particularly?
It was just one of those things, me and my wife, and there was a previous bass player. We're just throwing names around, and we liked the movie. And then since she's actually a German national,
Okay.
don't deport her. It's not too bad. We picked up the German name, and we changed vampire to vampire in the French kind of way.
I like that. Yeah. My sister-in-law is actually from Germany. I don't remember what city, though. So a little familiar with the German folks.
She's actually from Nuremberg, Germany. I met her in a punk rock bar years ago.
Okay, yeah. So how did you guys come to form the band? What did you form outside of Bisbee? I imagine you all have a pretty diverse background.
It started actually in Prescott.
Okay.
And there's a mutual friend now we have here, Katie. She and her husband own a bar called the Hitching Post.
Jean's Place.
And Jean's Place in Bisbee.
Okay.
And they just bought the Hitching Post, and they're looking for bands. And we came here. My son lives in Tombstone, and so we were already coming here for a while. And they forced us to buy a house here.
Oh, okay. Very good. I did not know Tombstone was still sick.
Gretchen, what was it? It was a zombie prom.
Right. And you guys were playing, and Bisbee, we just try to come up with any idea for a good party.
Sure.
And so we are constantly on the search of anything fun. Our next really big show we're playing is Day of the Dead. We have several in between, but we just love to party in Bisbee. We just do.
Yeah, definitely.
Pilot Weekend.
Pilot Weekend. Yep, that's coming up. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So really, we're so blessed to live in a town where we have an appreciation for goth music.
Yes.
And people will book us, because in the country bars or whatever, they're not going to book them.
For sure.
And we just all love The Cure, The Cult, Bauhaus, everything you love, I'm sure.
Yes.
And luckily, we live in a town where we can have venues that'll let us play.
That is awesome. Bisbee being such a notorious art-centered town. I've never been fortunate enough to go through there. But are you? I would love to. Yeah.
Well, you know, I'll own Airbnbs and a restaurant, two of us.
Oh, okay.
So we can go and we can put you up if you come. So here you go. You invite.
That's very kind of you. I appreciate that. So I'll give you guys just a quick rundown of how the podcast works, I guess. So usually I work around the topics of music, comedy, and pain, just to sort of like tie everything, have a flow to it. Since you guys are located in Bisbee, are you familiar with the comedian Doug Stanhope?
Yes, we're at his house all the time.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Very
Super
cool. Yeah.
cool guy. We love him.
Yeah.
And he's so generous to the community.
Right.
Like he throws raging parties all the time and invites everyone. Like he's just very kind and has everybody come. Like, you know, he's not a nudie, Hollywood, anything. He's just a really fun, good guy. And and we got to hit him up to let us play at the Fun House. That's where he throws parties.
Oh, okay. That would be awesome. I was going to ask, does he ever come out to the shows, or is he like, he's kind of a recluse, right?
It kind of is. Yeah, every once in a while. Like, I can get him to our house for like Thanksgiving dinner or something.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it looks like we're all hanging out having a barbecue. That's a tougher one to pull him out of.
Okay, for sure. Okay, very awesome. Tell him hi if you get the chance. Big fan of his.
You're almost 40 years old, you fucking loser.
But coming back to you guys, once again, thank you so much for being on. Yeah, I looked up some of your the live performances. I saw a cover of The Cure, Bela Lugosi's Dead. I thought that was really cool. Do you, if you guys could maybe introduce yourselves and what you play, just so I don't want to butcher anybody's names, and just to get everybody in there.
Go ahead, Bert. You're left or right.
My name is Birgit. I'm
Hello.
eliminator.
Right.
I do vocals and keyboard.
Okay.
Kind of corrupted into this by my husband, who had a couple of bands going in the garage, and the members changed. And at one point, it was just himself and the bass player, and I was tricked, I would say, into playing the keyboard, and it went from there. So.
Nice one. Happy accident.
It did.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, I'm Gretchen. I am one of the singers in the band.
Okay.
I have Airbnbs in Bisbee, and Kevin and I, who you'll meet shortly, own a restaurant in Bisbee. And I just love music. I've been in 80s bands. I love cover bands. I do. I kind of feel like mostly people don't want to hear your crappy original stuff. So the great song. Yeah. You know, we always soundtrack with something popular to try to make sure the crowd stays, because I really feel like if they recognize it, they'll love it, you know, and they'll stay. So that's kind of our plan, to trap you into staying by playing a popular.
Two beautiful women in the front.
I'd say goth music has sort of had like a resurgence in the last like 10 years or so, especially the last like 5 years. I noticed that from playing in bands myself. I looked up that you, Gretchen, released an album called Onk.
Yeah, in LA, I had an 80s tribute band. Well, it changed names several times. Okay. Originally, it was Onk Tsunamen. Then nobody could introduce us because I couldn't say the name, so we shortened it to Onk. And then we ended up changing it to the Fatal 80s. And it was a great band. We headlined at Universal Studios.
Oh, cool.
We were the only residency at the Hollywood Hard Rock Cafe. We opened for Missing Persons, The Tubes. It was a really successful 80s band. So I'm really... And Kevin and I were in that band, which is how we met. It was fun. So this was just a transition now into the more darker things that are dear to my heart.
Okay, yeah, and I'll ask more about the darkness here coming up. I believe Kevin is the bass player?
Drummer.
Yeah. My apologies, sir.
Tell him about
your Starr. I play drum. Yeah. That's it. That's
Right on.
He has a lot more underneath his belt ever's hat.
Sure, yeah. And then,
a lot more food fans.
yeah.
Let
Okay.
them for themselves. Yeah,
Mhm.
he's an amazing drummer and super powerful.
Mhm.
And we're so lucky to have Kevin in the lineup because it's hard to find a drummer in Bisbee.
Yeah.
I read Drum Machine till a year ago.
Very good.
Mhm.
A week ago.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
That's
Yeah.
so
And then,
that's what about it.
And I add to the band is dynamic beat, not drum machine, a lead playing live.
right.
I'm more of a front man drummer like Keith Moon, Terry Bozzio, and Stuart Copeland. And, what I added to the band is strength and vision. And I love playing live.
He's a man of good work. But I'll tell you a couple of things about him. He adds energy to the band. I mean, compared to a drum machine, which a lot of goth bands use,
That's what we did.
can't
Yeah.
understress the fact that he adds a lot of energy.
Yeah.
My only bad thing for him, because sometimes in the summer it's so damn hot, I can see him melting away like the bench
Right.
with fans on.
Of course.
He's killing himself out there on the drums.
That's all.
Right.
Yeah, a very powerful drummer, which I think, like you said, makes us unique that we don't use the drum machine and we have someone who's so powerful that, it kind of ups the energy every time we play. And also because me and Birgit have to sing louder.
Right. Yeah. Well, the louder the better, in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have a volume dial.
He goes to 11 always. Always.
Great.
Right on.
And that's great because that gives us our excuse is, well, can you play? Well, we have to play equivalent to Kevin. So
Right. Of course. Yeah. Yeah. The backbone of any good band for sure. And so, Trenton, you are the bass player?
That's someone else now.
Oh, okay.
That's LeFreak. He's the bass.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Sorry. I'm sorry. What was your name again?
That's a great guy. Flash good. But I'm in Bisbee.
Oh, okay.
So, just like our bar. Our only bar is Are You in Bisbee?
Right. There you go.
Yeah, he's a great guy, but right now he's going through some stuff, and we're transitioning more and more and more to Bisbee. Matter of fact,
Okay.
we're going to be selling our house in Prescott and moving down here permanently.
Okay. I understand. How big is Bisbee?
So
How large?
I kind of
Yeah. Go ahead.
did to the band. The band moved into Bisbee.
Mhm.
I've been here for about 5 years, but I'm originally from Minneapolis. Where
Oh, okay.
I played in, we called it Dark Glam.
Okay.
Dark David Bowie-esque, heavy, gloomy rock and roll band called Venus to Mars and All the Pretty Horses.
Okay.
We toured all over the country, including Bisbee, Arizona, and
Mhm.
I just the whole time touring, I was looking for a city to move to that wasn't in Minnesota.
Right.
A little bit sunnier, a little bit warmer, and fell in love with Bisbee.
My name's Andre Dolhyj.
Andre, yes.
I'm actually from Northeast Ohio, Cleveland, Ashtabula, and we moved to Arizona 20 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So we love it. And the way about 10 years ago, I was always in bands in high school and college and all that kind of stuff. The band I was big that was in back then was called Riff Raff. That was years ago. And fortunately, I ended up in the army in Germany
I saw that.
after
Yeah.
college. And I jumped out of airplanes for a while, and then we had kids, house, and I sort of went away from the guitar. Then our kids got older. They moved out of the house about 10, 12 years ago.
Mhm.
And you know how kids are. They always embarrass you. Well,
Sure.
it was me and my wife's turn to embarrass them.
Yeah. There you go. That's a good way to look at it.
Embarrassed of us. The best example, we played in Bisbee. My son was there. and his friends were there, and she was out there in fishnet stockings, miniskirt, and his
Right.
who's that girl up on stage?
That is funny.
It's my mom.
Do your kids play music at all? Did they follow in the footsteps? Or?
Just so you know, about half of our songs are originals, and the other half, a very large percentage of that half that's covers, we make our own. Like real good example is you heard Bauhaus. What do we call Bela Lugosi and Sisters of Mercy that do a great rendition of Lucretia. That has those two songs have nothing to do with the original, other than the words, as far as I'm concerned.
I see. Okay,
So we can try to twist these to make our own, and it's been great. I mean, with Gretchen and Kevin and LeFreak or Jay, however you want to say it.
Okay.
We've played in Vegas. We've played all over Bisbee, Tucson. We're going to be playing more in Phoenix. Vegas loves us. Actually, the two places that love us the most is Vegas and Bisbee.
Okay, I could see the connection there for sure.
And believe it or not, even though we're from there, we've only played there a few times. Matter of fact, we're going to be playing there again at in Labor Day weekend at a bar. It's called the Jackass. I'm not making fun of the name. It's called the Jackass. And we're going to be one of the first bands that play there.
Oh, okay. Is that like on the Strip or near Fremont or?
No, that's actually in Prescott Valley.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. Prescott.
Or Prescott. The place we love to play in Vegas is the Double Down. They love us. I can call them up any time and they'll put us in. And I figure we'll be playing. Originally, we started playing there during I forget what it was called. It was the Goth Festival in Vegas. I forget what it was called. But they canceled it, and I don't know if they're going to have it again. We were always an off-site show at the Double Down. And the next one, I think we're going to play there during Punk Rock Bowling.
Oh, very cool. Nice.
It's a sister band out here.
Yeah. Well, you know what's interesting about this band really is it's a show. Like, we have candelabra, we have smoke. Like, it's just not your average, everyday band performance.
Right.
And so that's something that I think draws people in, is that it's not just a band playing, a set. We really try to bring a show.
Yeah. Sure.
And we succeed a lot of the times. I think people are surprised, and they don't expect us to be as good as we are, but we are. Not like tooting our own horn, but I am. But
sure.
yeah.
Said we're very tight, we're very precise, things like that.
We're like one of the top bands in Bisbee. We don't know where we are yet. We're in the top 3 for sure. But, that was a surprise. We all just started playing together not too long ago. Yeah, and to have us, they won't tell you have to go, and they'll present you what place you are. But we know we're in the top 3 for sure, which is great.
So you guys have been playing for a year then?
In the current lineup, and it's going to stay this way for the next 5 to 10 years before we retire or whatever.
Sure,
I don't think when I'm 70 I'm still going to be playing in this band. I'm just giving you an exclusive. I think when I'm 70 in 10 years, I'm going to be like, no. Maybe no.
Answer that to age.
Well, you never know. I mean, look at Iggy Pop. He's still alive.
So it's fine.
Well, we're Goth elders. You can portray it that way.
Sure, yeah.
We are growing more into our characters as such.
Yep.
So we can keep doing that long.
Yep. If Alex Cooper can do it, what, 78? Blondie is 80?
They're all like, the Rolling Stones, like everyone is aging. It's kind of scary, like to log on in the morning and to see who's died over the weekend. It's like, no, like it's so weird to come, and I guess that's why it's kind of cool, because Goth is like death and black and weird, so we're now watching all of our idols just collapse. We're like in the mid-range where we're not old enough to die yet.
Right. Well,
you look across the board, the bands that we're dealing with, they're all in our age group, which is sort of sad. Because there should be, like when I was in high school, I was in a band, my kids were in bands, through college, you don't see that much of them anymore, and it's sort of sad.
Yeah, I definitely knew it was coming.
They're all DJs.
Yeah, in Vegas for sure. But yeah, I don't know any up and coming goth. I mean, there was Nine Inch Nails and The Cure, The Cult, and Sisters of Mercy, and on and on. There was just so many bands that were so fantastic in our age group. When we were coming up. But in our
That's a good point.
No, maybe you can suggest some good. She Wants Revenge. I love that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're all in our age group.
Are they? I thought they were younger.
They're younger,
like
yeah.
Group.
Well, I can recommend some bands out of Los Angeles. Hurt Hawks is it's a one-man band basically. Well, he doesn't have the whole get up or anything, but he plays over backing tracks, and he calls himself the God of the Gut. He's a very masculine type of goth. My friend Joel, look him up. Hurt Hawks, you might like him. He's very sort of like Tom Waits meets industrial old school Nine Inch Nails, but with a dance.
I already love it. I mean,
they're pretty cool.
And that we're writing and putting on, more and more Gretchen is going to be involved on those. Right now, I sing a number that Birgit does too. Jay's going to start singing more. And we're progressing. I think the band is definitely going to be out there for a while, and we're definitely different. The one time we were playing here, and it happened in Vegas too, people will come up to us and go, I have no idea. I've never seen anything like this before. And one of the things when we play in Vegas at the Double Down, they will not let us play first because we have all the lights, the smoke, the bubble machine, smoke in it. They say, when you leave, everyone else is leaving. So we can't play first anymore in Vegas.
Yeah, which is, that's my bedtime usually.
So they actually said, no, you're not playing first. Second, third, or fourth, fine, but you're not playing first.
Well, we just feel like the torch carriers right now, to try to remind the younger generation how incredible, Bauhaus and everyone I named earlier, I think some people know, but, for us to keep carrying the torch to make sure they know that there were these great groups, in the late 70s, 80s, 90s. Yeah, and we're just, I don't know, I'm kind of proud to do that. It's such excellent music. My daughter lives in Europe, and a couple of days ago she called me, and she was at the Nine Inch Nails concert. And so she was FaceTiming me, him doing Hurt, so I could hear. Nice. And it just made my heart just burst that my child, I did something right. She has really good music taste.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Nine Inch Nails. They greatly inspired me growing up. Speaking... Okay, so we sort of got, your guys' inspirations. I wanted to ask, what do you all personally think drives people towards goth music or goth culture overall? Is it I want to hear you guys' opinions.
We give... It was already brought up. We provide a show. We provide a feeling. I mean, when we come on like that, I think I told you that one video of the curtain opening up and we're coming on, we're providing a feeling. We are a movie like Dracula from 1933, I think it was. That's the kind of feeling I want to present. I want people to be out there. They're part of the feeling with us. And they're part of it. They get spooked out. For me, it's what I watched as a kid, the old Frankensteins, the old the mummies. You're part of that feeling and you're part of that movie when we go on stage. And that's what I'm trying to present with our light. At Gretchen out there, you should see Gretchen with her little horn thing.
I have a head thing. I'm all about head things.
And you have not seen what he looks like. And then you have Kevin in the background and me and her out front. We're more of the little bit subdued guys.
Yeah.
I want to say that I think one of the things that brings people to goth music, and it's not a particular genre of music. It's
Right.
not. There's no rule for the music, but there is a unity there.
For sure.
People, largely outcasts, largely people that are seen as different or freaks or don't fit in.
Yep.
We have a whole community. Yes, freaks, sometimes called freaks. That it's accepting of.
Yeah.
We bond around the music, and it's not about politics or what you look like or who you know.
Yeah, Goth just embraces everyone. You know, it's not a popularity contest whatsoever, Goth, in any way. You know, like, you are just accepted when you come in, no matter how weird you look, or, you know, and that's one of the things that I think draws people, because a lot of people are hurting, and this music kind of connects with those people a lot of times.
It's out there. Or as they say, only boots you should lick is a goth girl's boots.
I like that. That might be the name of the episode. So would you all maybe consider goth to be like a for lack of a better term, would you consider goth to be a deviation of punk rock itself?
Yeah, it's alternative.
I don't really age myself. In 1977 is when I started getting into it.
Okay.
You can figure that out. And there was not even a term for goth. There was Sisters of Mercy, out. We had no idea. It was just part of the punk movement. And my friends in college, when we hung out, the girls were all in black. We were all in black. We didn't even realize we were goth.
Right, I get that.
We were the darker punk.
Okay, yeah, like Christian.
Have you seen that video where they have the bats upside down dancing on Instagram? It's accurate. Like, that is exactly what it looks like in a club. Yeah,
it really is.
So
more clubs to play.
Yeah. So
we're in a niche.
Yeah, I totally understand. Like I said, I was in about for a year and a half in like a goth punk band, and we played with a lot of very different type of people within the goth scene. And
what is that?
It was called Band Apart, and we did okay. We got signed to Manifesto Records, but ultimately I wasn't happy. Yeah, ultimately I wasn't happy in the band, and I left, and now I have a kid in Phoenix. To make it a long story short. But
how ungoth of you to have a kid.
Embarrassed in about 15 years.
Yeah, well, my kid's autistic, so he's got his whole like punk rock energy that's refined into itself. You know what I mean? He's not influenced by me in like a cultural way whatsoever. He just wants to climb all over and do his thing.
And that's so beautiful, you know, that he has vibe, and whatever you do, he's down with it. You know, no judgment.
Yeah,
that's what is incredible.
No, he loves music. I think his favorite music, honestly, is the Ramones. They put it for him on at school, and he just loves running around to it. Yeah. Oh, when you're
drinking vampire wine.
Yes. Wish I could join you. Unfortunately, I'm a recovering alcoholic, but
For you.
Thank you.
Way more fun right now with the vampire wine.
Sure, yeah. When you guys are booking shows, are you very like, I don't know, calculated with who you choose to play with, or do you ever find yourself playing with bands outside of the niche?
Right now we have a sister band called Lollybombs.
Okay.
I'm going to say it. The bass player is the side project for the bass player who is with the
Flaming Lips. Yeah, he was in the Flaming Lips. He was the founding.
So we like playing with them. They have a show.
Performance.
They have a performance. It's a mini performance of ours. Their smoke machine is this big. Our smoke machine's this big.
Oh, wow.
So give you an idea. The light show, the
like a band to do that.
Ours are this big. But they are in line on us. They create a show.
Right.
They're more on the psychedelic show, but it's a show.
Okay.
And that's the bands we want to be with. We do promote other Bisbee band, Galena. We played with them.
I mean, that's exactly what he's saying. We all try to support each other.
Right.
You know, it's hard enough being a band and trying to find venues and trying to get paid.
Right.
You know, I don't care about getting paid, honestly. I love what we're doing. It doesn't matter the pay to me. So I probably shouldn't say that out loud.
It's noble. No one's going to blame you.
Love that.
Compensate.
But I do love that. That's how much we love what we're doing, and we love the community around us, and we love it so much, even though we do want to be paid. That for me personally, not speaking for anybody else, you know, I just do it and not get paid because I love it. You know, like I said, to keep sharing this music with the generations coming up. Who, you know, I was talking to a kid, I don't know, a couple months ago, and I'm like, oh, you know, I love the Beatles. They're iconic, amazing. They're like, well, I've heard of the Beatles. I'm like, you've heard?
Yeah,
that is, wow. For us to be the carriers of the torch for Goth, to say the Cure, the Cult, Sisters of Mercy, on and on and on, Bauhaus, you know, like, here's some things you should learn to appreciate because so incredible. And they don't get radio play. Like, no, I haven't heard, maybe I might hear the Cure and the Cult, you know, here and there, and oldies, but, you know, it's not like it's played all the time.
Right. Yeah, and, the Cure sort of like slipped in.
It's just slipped in here and there, even though it's just the best music.
It is. And on a side note, they have Airbnb, and each room is, you know, a little bit different.
It's all rock themed. One of our Airbnbs.
You have to have a goth room next.
I know. I do not have a goth room. I don't.
You know, the Bauhaus rooms. Just a Lucy room.
Yeah, we definitely need that for sure.
A goth room could be a little risque, I think.
It's a total thing for us to try to educate people that aren't aware of these bands that are so incredibly amazing, and they defined the culture of that time, you know, for us to do that. And, you know, in a small way, like, I get we're not Nine Inch Nails, and we're not, you know, but, you know, we try to cover the best things, and they have incredible originals. And other originals, like, I'm just hearing this tonight. I thought all these songs were playing at Concurse.
That's funny. So are there...
It's actually a DDSM one, and we'll have to change the words for you guys.
What does that mean? I'm not sure what that means, so...
We're not going to say anything more. But yeah, I mean, one of the... I know people have asked us, you should be recording and everything, but Kevin said it. He loves playing live. And that's the thing for us. We have a freaking recording studio here.
Which we're right now at Roadrunner Studio, and we are going to record
eventually
new stuff. Yeah.
But the problem is that we love playing live. And Kevin, you hit it right on the nose. You play live. There's something about it. Call it adrenaline. Call it a high or whatever. There's nothing like it.
Sure,
I mean, when I was in high school, or junior high school was my first time I played out. The butterflies and all that. It's a high like you can't. You've experienced it. I mean, it's better than heroin, I would think.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know, but I'm just saying it's a
pretty
high
close.
like you can't believe.
So, what are your guys' thoughts on like fan interaction or?
I'm just saying it is a fantastic vibe. Going on stage with Gretchen and LeFreak and Kevin and Birgit here, and just the audience, you bring them into you,
right?
And in that way, the darkness, the lights, the smoke, the bubbles with smoke, and we actually do confetti cannons and everything.
Oh,
I mean, just a high for me. I it's just unimaginable. I love it.
Is there any like jumping off of the stage, or do you like start mosh pits, or?
No, we don't even need hip breaks or anything.
No, we don't do that.
Okay, sure.
Good idea, but we're always adding effects from. We just got a bubble maker that actually puts smoke in the bubbles, which was a big hit.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that recently. Yeah.
Big confetti cannons, which a lot of the venues won't like because they got to sweep it up, but I don't give it.
Is there any metal influence in the band? Like, let's say like black metal, like maybe Cradle of Filth, or Emperor Demuberger, sorry, like the more gothy black metal?
When I was in my high school band, 90% of our songs were covers of Black Sabbath.
Oh, okay. Right on.
You know me. I mean, and I think the first time I heard Black Sabbath was a cousin of mine. I was 8 or 9 years old. He put the Paranoid album on, and I was hooked.
Right on. Did you watch the finale, their final show last weekend?
Just the bits and pieces on the internet. I wasn't there.
How was it sad?
Yeah, he was in the chair.
Well, no, it's the end of an era.
Sure. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Rest
I
in
haven't
peace.
seen the clip, but I've read a lot of the story
from years ago. But the other band that obviously Sisters of Mercy would be the next one in Bauhaus.
Okay.
Hills of Nephilim. I mean, I can keep on going, but Black Sabbath was, for me, the original goth band.
I could, yeah, of course, yeah, definitely stemming from that.
Oh, yeah, definitely goth. For sure. Oh my God, yes, Black Sabbath.
So how would you define dark wave? Would you say it's a more dancey version of goth music, or is it more, because when I think of like Bauhaus, like I don't want to dance to Bauhaus. I have nothing against them, but it doesn't really like move my body. That's just me, obviously.
That's you.
I know.
One friend, one of our fans, Jake. Oh my God, he's out there dancing to all the stuff from our tunes to Black, to Sisters of Mercy to Bauhaus, everything. He's out there, and we see a lot of people dance. They're in a trance. Is the best way. Maybe that's the best way.
The trance, yeah.
We a trance.
Yeah.
Sure.
When we play.
I really enjoy it when people dance.
Yeah,
Of course.
we're connecting. Yeah, we're connecting with them.
Right.
I don't know a lot of the indie goth bands, so you know, I just come from being an '80s tribute band in LA.
Sure.
I know people want to hear what they know, and so that's why when I joined the band personally, it was like, well, can we do these songs, and these songs, because I know that that's going to keep the crowd. You know, if you do too many obscure things, you might not get them. So that's why, like I said, I always try to sound check with something popular to give it a chance, that they might stay to hear the rest of the cool stuff.
Now that
me talked about it, and if we do 50-50, our own, and then covers we make our own, it keeps people in there. If we came out there, we're not Sisters of Mercy. They're not going to come out. They want to see the show, and if we can provide them a cover that we make our own with a couple twists, and then sneak in a couple of our personal songs, our own originals, that keeps people there. And that was Gretchen's idea and my idea, both of us, and I'm sure yours, and I'm sure Birgit.
Do you think you could?
A long time. I know how this works.
Yeah, for sure. Do you think you could turn the Doors into goth music?
We could. Oh my God, I've been begging them to do a version. Yeah, but I also was telling them I really want to do a goth version of Mickey, Tony Basil.
Oh, okay, that'd be fun. Yeah,
that sounds so cool and dark and goth. So one day I'll talk them into that. I think
actually it's fun.
I get that. That's kind of like the perfect song for this moment, like in music too, because it's such a cheerful song to turn that dark. Yeah.
To look like her. And my friends were always mocking me for that song.
I'd rather be blind in heaven and sighted in hell.